Welcome to the Stripped Podcast. This is your host, Allison Lassard. Let's get into it. Today, we're going to talk about what it really means to be a woman or a man who refuses to shrink. To me, you guys, this is an art form because you know who you are. You are opinionated. Sometimes you're loud. You're strong. You're sexy. You're spiritual. You're all the things, okay? And it's very triggering for people who are playing it small. Unfortunately, we live in a society that rewards being like safe and palatable. Don't offend anybody. They might try to cancel you. You guys, I'm uncancelable, by the way. Honey, try me. Is Rihanna apologizing for being a lot? I didn't think so. So today I want to dive into actually what's stopping you from not being too much for the sake of just being a lot. You guys, we're multifaceted. We've been conditioned to stay in a box, to like fit into a neat and tidy little space that, again, won't offend anybody, won't make anybody else feel uncomfortable. It's like, God forbid that your bigness makes someone else feel insecure. That's their stuff. So let's dive in. So when you are self-possessed and you literally bring your whole self to the forefront or online, I'm really shouting out here creatives, people who create for a living, because you guys, we all know if you're spiritual and you're creative, then it's pretty likely that you have a set of standards and like ethics. You want to do things in a kind way. You want to do things with integrity. But at the same time, it's really easy to fall into masking. For example, I'm so polite, I'm just love and light. Like, I'm so sweet. Or getting into the like highly intellectual achiever category. And you can be all of these things. You can be love and light. You can be intellectual. You can be a high achiever. But when you try to box yourself in and then you're limiting yourself and you're refusing to bring the other parts of you online that are actually like an integral part of your personality, it dilutes your essence. It makes you invisible, actually. And it also attracts the wrong people, okay? And this as a creative gets extremely frustrating over time, and it starts to cost you a lot. It's going to cost you your vitality, your joy, your time, your money, and it's going to cost you the devotion and the excitement that you used to have that fueled you to do this in the first place. Ask me how I know. I want to get into the 6 faces of hiding. Like, these are the top ways that I've seen spiritual creatives, bold ones who want to be actually more of themselves, but they're like choking it off. I'm sure you're going to recognize yourself in one, if not all of these. All right. So number 1, you say you want to be seen. I hear it all the time. I want to be fully seen. I want to be able to totally be myself. I want people to appreciate me for me. Okay? But what you really mean is, I want to control how people see me and perceive me. And so you're terrified of how other people are going to perceive you, actually. And in your full power, it means they're going to be seeing you unfiltered, unpolished. This kind of power is not validation seeking. So it's really important to understand where you're, manipulating people's perception of you by hiding parts of yourself and repressing parts. Okay, number 2, your addiction to control is suffocating your creative flow. All right. You've built systems and things so that your work and your life doesn't feel chaotic. But creativity is also chaos, you guys. It is. It's so magical and mysterious. There are so many times where I get an idea for something and I'm like, where the fuck did that come from? Like, it comes, I swear to God, from the divine. It drops through you. You're just a channel. So when you overly structure things and you try to control it so much that you've literally closed off your vessel. Imagine you're like a cylinder and you're here like receiving energy, universal energy, intuitive energy, whatever the case may be. And then you literally put a lid on it. How the fuck are you going to receive your inspiration? So The systems are helpful, but I know that this is the type of person you'd rather spend 50 hours polishing your logo, changing your brand fonts. Ooh, I need new colors, instead of risking rejection. All right, number 3. This is major. You're scared of what letting go of your nice, safe identity will cost you. You guys, this is where you have to put your whole ass into it. You've got to put skin in the game. This is what you're avoiding. So you built something around an old version of yourself, which at the time, I'm sure it did feel authentic or it felt right. Maybe it's Little Miss Polite, Love and Light. Maybe it is that intellectual high achiever I mentioned. But you're secretly shitting yourself about burning it all down because you're like, does this mean I'm going to lose all my credibility, all of my stability, all my income, my sense of belonging? This is primal. This is like we're built to fit into a tribe, into a community. And so when we do things that risk us getting exiled, it literally triggers this primal fear of abandonment. Like we're going to die. That's what it feels like. But you're not going to die, I promise. Number 4, your next evolution will trigger people and you're afraid of being too much. That's this whole episode. You're scared to outgrow your audience. You're scared to lose approval. You're scared of fully embodying that edge that you secretly envy in other people. This is what most people come to me saying. They're like, man, most of them hire me because they're like, man, I want to express myself like that. But again, what's it going to cost me? And so you might follow other creators that are more bold or more erotically expressed or whatever the sort of edge that you want to lean into that you've been avoiding. But you're also very magnetized to it. But it can be so activating that you flip-flop. Like when people will come and I notice this too in my audience, people will follow me, unfollow me, follow me, unfollow me, come, leave, come, go. It's very hot and cold because there's a magnetism of there's something that they want. But then there's this other side of it where it's it really hits at a raw point. And then it's I don't want to look at this anymore. It's too triggering. But that's fine. Actually, you should get curious when that's happening. And the times that happened for me with other women, I hired them. Almost every single one. There weren't that many. But the ones that I felt really inspired by in the past when I was hiding and also really activated by, I knew there was something in there for me. And so I hired every single one of them. And I'm so glad that I did. It actually helped so much. And they were cool. Number 5. You want the hot and sexy rebirth, but you don't want the awkward, uncomfortable void space in between. There's no avoiding it, you guys. The only way out is through the void. You haven't learned how to tolerate the discomfort and the high sensations that come up in the unknown. And so it's inevitable that after an identity death, you're going to go through a void before that rebirth happens. The void is where all the magic is going to happen, you guys, but you're avoiding it. Period. There's not much else to say there. The magic happens in the unknown. The magic happens when you let go of your grip on how you think it should be and the timing you think it should be and the way it needs to look and the way it needs to unfold. It's literally when you're lying there, my ideas come. I know when I'm doing this, even now, because when I start to feel frustrated that I'm not getting an idea or I'm not inspired, unless I go and take a break, it literally makes it 100,000 times worse. Nothing good comes out. I don't write good copy or come up with good visuals when I'm forcing it. It's literally when I'm fuck it. I detach. I go out for a walk. I do something fun. I go do something pleasurable. Whatever the case may be, it's not work related. I get the hell away from the laptop and I'm go live your life. Go dilly-dally. Get inspired by something. And always in that in between, that's where the magic arises. That's where the ideas start to drop in. It'll just come, you guys. It'll just come in naturally. But again, there is no way out but through the void. And number 6, I really feel like this is one of the most important ones for spiritual people, that have high integrity. You still carry guilt and shame around desire and wanting more. So this is a really hard one for me too, because I didn't want to be a sellout and I didn't want to burn people on my way up. So I was overly cautious and overly modest and overly humble. Those are beautiful qualities, to be modest, to be humble, and to have a beginner's mind. But it starts to affect you negatively when you're literally blocking your magic from coming online because you're so afraid that someone's going to say something shitty about you. So, you want to be abundant and prosperous. You want to be radiant. You want to be bolder. You want to be opinionated. Maybe you want to be a thought leader. Here's the catch. And this is where the Buddhist, philosophy comes in. And for me, this helped me traverse this point. You don't want to chase things like money or, accolades or achievements with the wrong view. You need correct spiritual view. So in our lineage of Buddhism, it's like karma and emptiness. So you need to understand that the pleasure that you're seeking in the material stuff, for example, is not actually coming from the money that you get. It's not coming from the followers. It's not coming from the recognition. If it were, then every single person in the entire universe that had those things would be happy. And we know that it's temporary, that not everyone is happy that has that. Those things are empty of a self-existent nature. It's not coming from that side only. It's coming from you, your mind, a projection of your karma, okay? Being forced upon you by your karma, actually. So the only way to do this correctly is to start to implement that viewpoint. Now, when you're no longer grasping to material things and climbing the ladder for the wrong reasons, okay, then there's the flip side of that paradox. That, because you have to understand that these things are not going to save you. They're not going to solve all your problems. Like I just said, if money solved all your problems, every person that had a lot of money, 6 figures plus, would be joyful and not depressed and not an addict and not struggling at all. And we know that there are a lot of people with money that are suffering still. Not all, but there are. If having a lot of followers solved all your problems, then people with 1 million followers would all be, living their best life. And we know that a lot of them are not. So just do the math. You know what I mean? Whatever you think is going to save you, these things are not saving you. So on the flip side, when you understand that's not what's going to solve your suffering, the only thing that's going to solve your suffering is a mind that's free from suffering. That's why I started to study Buddhism. That's why I meditate every day. That's why I'm growing on that path. Because I recognized the sales and marketing shit only got me so far. It was good, it helped, but at the end of the day, I knew I needed to go to a much deeper place, and I needed tools far beyond sales industry or whatever. So when you start to understand this paradox, then you can open yourself up to enjoy the earthly experience. There's nothing wrong, you guys, with being happy or having money or having prosperity or feeling good in your body or whatever the case, or feeling beautiful and treating yourself and taking care of yourself. These are things that bring me a lot of pleasure. Why? Every time I'm doing something, I'm thinking of a specific intention. And I'm not just doing it for me, I'm doing it for all beings, because at the end of the day, my practice is for the sake of all beings. So, and I'm not just saying that, I mean it. I'm living it when nobody's looking and nobody's clapping. So this is where I'm actually this is the angle I think that's the most important one of this whole episode. It's like, you can want more, but understand what you want is actually ultimately to be free of suffering. But that doesn't mean you can't enjoy the earthly realm. All right. So that's what I want to help you do, because you've gaslit yourself into believing that repression and scarcity is humility. They're not the same thing, you guys. Scarcity creates more scarcity. Repression creates more repression. Humility is rooted in love and compassion, and like I said, correct spiritual view. So when you have a lot of integrity, as I do, it's probably my highest value. You are going to be petrified as a spiritual person to be called superficial, self-absorbed, materialistic, or unrelatable. If you're actually shining and taking full ownership of your big dreams without apologizing for it. Like I said, this was a big hill for me. That was a mountain to climb. That took me a long time. And only, as of late, maybe the last 2 years, I really started to be like, all right, it's okay to be big. It's okay to prosper. It's okay to be joyful. It's okay to be fabulous. It's okay to be beautiful. It's okay to be whatever it is that you want to be. You get to be all of it. All of it. So that's why I think this is an art. To be too much and to do it in a way that feels very authentic. You're not just doing it to be loud and to be heard. Some of the most powerful people I know are not loud. And I'm also not always loud. It's not about being loud. It's about being whole. And about really not cutting off and trying to hide away certain parts of yourself and then feeling shame about those parts, feeling like they're not acceptable. You're acceptable. Yeah, be mindful, be discerning, and don't do things to create harm, okay? But there's nothing harmful about being fucking fabulous and big. My permission slip to you, okay? I want you guys to feel alive. I want you to feel joyful effort. It's a virtue. It's one of the 6 perfections in Buddhism. The more joyfully you're doing things, the more of those karmic seeds you're creating. Like produces like. All right. So I have a new offer. It's a 90-minute session. It's called The Threshold. So for many years, people have been coming to me, spiritual creatives who are edgy, but they want to be edgier. And you're in between identities. You're like in this weird liminal space where you know that the old you has to die, but the new you hasn't fully like emerged yet. And maybe you have sort of an idea of what you want, but you're like, how the fuck do I bridge the gap? And also I'm terrified. So, but this is only for you if you're edgy, like edgy and erotic. Okay. That's it. If that's not you, if that's not the direction you're going in, this is not the offer for you. If it is, and those are typically my people, all my little Scorpios and Aries and Sagittariuses and people with fire in their chart and Scorpio in their chart, like those are the ones that typically come actually. And by the way, I feel that that's part of our life path. But anyway, if that's you and you are on that edge and you're just standing there staring into purgatory, like I said, that's costing you. And over time, it's going to cost you a hell of a lot. I am here to serve you. Now, it's just a starting point, okay? And everything is explained on the page. But I'm also opening up like a very small amount of spaces for a 6 or 12-month mentorship called Alchemy. This is where you put your whole ass in the fire, okay? This is where you come in one way and you are going to transmute and transform and have fucking revelations and leave a completely different person. Promise. That's my promise to you. In power, in love, in your creativity, and in your devoted like embodiment. I'm only here for people that really want to be devoted to something full out. That's it. There's no more playing it safe. So that's what I've got for you guys this week. I love you all. I truly hope that this helped. I would love to connect with you. The Threshold offer, the 90-minute session, is by application. And I'll get right back to you. Fill out the app, send it in. I'll get back to you within 48 hours. And then if it's a good fit, then I'll send you the link. All right. Other than that, love you all and see you next week.